And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment. And today I'm just going to basically recap the news of the week. Just basically because it's Sunday and now the news week is over with from last week. We're going to get a new week, so probably new stuff. Let's kick this off. Like I said, we had the new trailer for Doctor Strange. I did a review about that trailer. It was fantastic. I actually like that trailer a lot. I cannot wait for that movie to come out because Marvel continues to get better and better every time every movie comes out. So keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully other people who are not too familiar with Doctor Strange goes watch it and supports it because Marvel rocks. Not that I'm saying that Marvel's better than DC, but that's a totally different subject. And of course, we also had this past week. We had CinemaCon. CinemaCon is basically kind of like Comic-Con, but it's basically run by movie theaters. AMC, Regal, those kind of movie theaters. They come together, they talk about their stock and whatnot. And of course, they have big studios come in and talk about, the new movies coming out for that year. And we got some new information about a couple movies. Sony was there, and of course, DC was there. Now, really, DC wasn't there. It was really more Warner Bros., the head person who's in charge of Warner Bros., Kevin Tsujihara. He came and he basically told the world, that Ben Affleck has been confirmed to direct the solo Batman movie. Now, it took me a whole week to think about this because I wasn't too sure what to think about it. And I actually think this is fantastic news because a couple of reasons. One, Batman is clearly the best part of Batman v Superman, obviously, like he always is. Two, we finally get to have a new Batman movie, and we already know who Batman is, and having the guy who's playing Batman direct it, it's perfect, because if you ever watch Argo, The Town, or even any of Ben Affleck's movie that he stars and directs, he's fantastic, because so far, Argo has won Warner Brothers' Best Picture at the Oscars. He won the Oscar for it, and he was also voted Best Director of that year from his other directors. And I think it's gonna be great. I don't know what he's gonna be co-writing this movie too, so it's gonna be fun. And who knows what he's gonna write about? We might get maybe the Court of Owls, maybe Red Hood. Who knows? Maybe we'll get the Joker in this movie, Harley Quinn, obviously, but we just gotta wait to see. There was no release date for this movie, so still gotta wait. But there are, like I said, there are two dates that DC has: November of 2018 and October of 2017. No, sorry, I reversed that. 2019 of November and 2018 of October. So it could be one of those dates. If I had to put money on it, put $1 on it's going to be November. It's going to be a November movie. That's just my guess. I'm really not too sure about, what it's going to be, but we have to wait and see what happens. Other news, obviously, we have Sony confirming their reboot of Men in Black and their next 23 Jump Street movie, and it's going to be a crossover, and it's called MIB 23. We will have new Men in Black actors playing, the roles of J and K, or maybe just new people. Maybe it's going to be Agent F and H, who knows. But it's basically going to be a start of a reboot for that franchise and the continuation of the 23 Jump Street franchise, the Jump Street franchise. And I have a lot of friends who don't like this idea, and that's cool with them. But I'm personally, it sounds cool, because I am a big fan of Men in Black, and I am a big fan of the 21 and 22 Jump Street series. It sounds cool on paper, but hopefully it turns out good, because if it doesn't, then who really cares? But yeah, the only negative thing I don't like about this idea is that Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are not coming back. I wish maybe they can get them to come back. They didn't say that they are or not, but who knows? It could work, it can't. We have no idea. We have to wait and see in 20... Who knows? Also, Sony decided to announce the new Spider-Man movie. 2018, that movie comes out. I believe, yeah. And it's called Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, a lot of people on the internet, Twitter and Facebook are like, this is a horrible title, this is stupid, like what the heck is going on, who's really in charge of creating this idea? So I'm like reading it, I'm like, okay. Title, I don't care. Just has Spider-Man in it, I don't care about the second part of it because it's still Spider-Man movie. Now, maybe this Homecoming signifies that is back in Marvel. Who knows? But I don't care. I just want to see the movie. Because obviously, what I'm hearing about Civil War, it's pretty much awesome. And Spider-Man kicks butt in that movie, so... And also here, he's only in 2 scenes, so... Who knows? But, like I said, it's just a title. Who really cares? As long as the movie ends up being good, that's good enough for me. They might have the Vulture this time. There's rumors now that we might have Michael Keaton play the Vulture, so that's pretty interesting. I like him as an actor. He's Batman, obviously. So him playing a villain role in a superhero movie, pretty cool. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, honestly, who knows what's gonna happen with these stuff. The new Batman movie, we have no idea when it's gonna come out. The Spider-Man movie for the 3rd time is being rebooted by Sony and Marvel. Now, I get what people are saying online. Who owns Spider-Man? Well, Marvel does not own Spider-Man. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, they do because he's part of Marvel now. No, he does not own. They don't own it. Disney does not own Spider-Man. They are so-called borrowing Spider-Man. Put it this way, if you want to put it in a technical term, think of Marvel as a mother. They gave birth to Spider-Man, they created Spider-Man, Stan Lee created Spider-Man, but back in, I think, the 90s, Marvel was at the verge of going bankruptcy, so they decided to, let their children go off to adopt, Marvel, let Fox adopt X-Men and Fantastic Four, and Sony Spider-Man. So, as babies, they were small kind of characters at the time. I mean, Spider-Man was really big, but you get what I'm saying. He was, there was no movies yet about him. Like, they're really, really good movies. I mean, they had that old Japanese one, but that doesn't really count. So, basically, Sony gets the movie, right? The new baby. Sony has a new baby, obviously. They make it grow, and it becomes a billion-dollar franchise. Sometimes it hits and miss, but yeah, it still makes money. Now, you have Sony at a point where, they're having problems. So that problem being that they're losing money, the company itself is losing money, so they needed help. So in a situation where maybe the kid decides, hey, I want to know who my birth parents are. So Marvel comes knocking on the door. We're Marvel. We created Spider-Man. We want to borrow him. We want to help you guys out. That's how it is. Sony still has control of everything Spider-Man. And if any Marvel characters go into the Spider-Man movie, like Iron Man, Captain America, whoever, Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney get to say what that character does, how that character is portrayed in the movie, and yada yada yada. Same thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's look, Spider-Man's, the way he talks, the way he acts, the way he interacts with everybody. If he should be the hero for the movie, if he should not be the hero, how much screen time, yada yada yada. That's how it is. So Sony still owns Spider-Man, so you gotta know that right off the bat. Now, there's this big thing about, another news topic that I want to really, not much of a topic, more of a situations going on in the movie world, where you have a lot of fans talking about how, Marvel Captain America Civil War is getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but Batman v Superman only got a 28% of Rotten Tomatoes score. And then they're talking about kind of ridiculous, stupid stuff like, Marvel Disney is paying, the critics to hate DC movies, but love the Marvel movies. Hey, listen, call it a spade a spade. Marvel's very good at making their movies. I have to admit that myself. I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm a big DC fan. But like I said, there are moments in Batman v Superman I wish they were a lot better than it was actually given to us. And, we can't help that. DC has great movies. All the Batman movies are pretty awesome. Minus Batman and Robin. But, whatever. And listen, Marvel's had their problems with their movies too. Iron Man 3. The Mandarin, obviously. A lot of people don't like what the hell happened with him. A lot of people didn't like Iron Man 2. And also their villains are pretty much, besides Loki, are garbage. So, you can't say, oh, Marvels are perfect. Marvel ain't perfect. They always have their backlash about their villains and certain character points. But when it comes to making their movies feel and work right with the script and all that stuff, they get it right. Unlike DC, where I think Zack Snyder just missed up on. He had a vision for the movie, but he totally made it into something else. He kind of rushed into the Justice League stuff, as in Marvel had a huge plan. And that plan, if DC would have taken that plan, it wouldn't have taken us forever to get to Justice League, honestly. And it just didn't work for them. So I just don't like hearing people saying, "Oh, Marvel always gets all the good stuff. They always get all the money. DC doesn't get nothing." Who cares? Honestly, who cares? If we get cool movies from both sides, I'm cool with it because honestly, so far Batman v Superman has made $800 million in the box office. Like, yay! And obviously, Marvel is gonna beat that, obviously. And don't forget, we still have Suicide Squad coming out. That can beat Civil War. And then, of course, we have the X-Men world. And a lot of people keep forgetting that the X-Men Apocalypse movie's coming out this year, too. You can't forget about them, and they have nothing to do with the Marvel Universe. So that's a whole different situation. So you gotta understand, if you're a comic book fan, you can't just be all negative about one certain subject. If you like Green Lantern, and didn't make money in the box office, don't cry about it. If you liked it, good for you. If you didn't like it, I can understand why you're upset about it, but yeah. And the same thing for Marvel. If you loved Iron Man 3 and you hated the Avengers 2, a lot of people even thought that movie was kind of a hit and miss. I mean, Avengers 2 didn't make as much as the first one, or even Iron Man 3, but it still made money. So there you go. People are just going to keep complaining. Gotta understand, you just gotta have fun, relax. All these comic book movies are coming out. We're going to be in a world where Suicide Squad's coming out. We got Apocalypse coming out. Doctor Strange is coming out. We got a Black Panther movie coming out. We have Wonder Woman coming out. We have the Justice League. Avengers Part 1 and Part 2. Even though it's going to take forever. And of course, we got the king of all movies, Star Wars. So yeah, there you go. You should just understand that. Star Wars beats all these movies every single time, no matter what. So don't complain about Marvel beating DC or vice versa. If you're a comic book fan, you should enjoy all these movies for what you think. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Whatever. It's your opinion. Nobody else's matters. So don't go and read that, oh, Marvel's getting paying the critics to bash on DC. That's actually, I think that's illegal to do, and I think Disney will lose a lot of money and a lot of respect from people if that actually was true. So yeah, don't believe that. Disney's not stupid to do that. They make billions of dollars like every single hour. So, and even maybe 5 seconds probably they make billions of dollars. So, there you go. So basically that's my news of the week and my little rant about that whole DC Marvel situation. So anyway, let me know what you think about any of these topics. And obviously, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Are you a Marvel fan, DC fan, or you just don't care? Or are you both? Personally, like I said, I'm both. So I get to vote for both movies. If I end up going to see Captain America and think it's the best movie ever, don't think just because I said that doesn't mean I don't like DC. I love DC movies. It's just that I felt that movie was just too... It was just okay. That's why I gave it a 7. I might come out of Captain America and give it a 10. Who knows? It's my opinion, so you never know. So stay tuned for that eventually when it comes out, hopefully soon. And leave a comment below, and thank you, and have a good day.